So imagine that you are eating at one of your favorite restaurants with some family and friends, and then all of a sudden you look over and someone has um, choked on something, some of the food that they were eating, and they fall to the ground and collapse. What would you do in this kind of situation? I would perform CPR, and I'm going to give instructions on how CPR is properly supposed to be done. I have been CPR and first aid certified, and I know knowledge of CPR on infants and adults, but I'm going to only be going over how CPR on adults is performed, when it should be given, and what to do in situations that require CPR. The first step that you should take before beginning your CPR is to make sure that you and the person around you is safe and see if the person is conscious. So here is the person that I'm going to be performing CPR on. He is choked, so I'm going to check my surroundings. My surroundings look good. It looks safe for him and me. I'm going to tap on him. Are you okay? Do you need CPR? Do you need help? He's unconscious, so I will be calling 911 or having someone else call 911 while I start to perform CPR. What you want to do is you want your knees and your body to be lined up with their shoulders and their chest. You want to interlock your hands, and then you want to find around the rib cage, and then you want to push down 2 inches. I'm not going to push down 2 inches on him because obviously he's not choking and doesn't need CPR. And then you want to give 100 to 100 and I think 120 compressions. That's been noted by the American Heart Association. So that's a lot of compressions, and you want to keep doing that until paramedics have arrived. Now, some people, it isn't required to use mouth to mouth anymore. Some people might have a bag that they put over their mouth, and they might breathe into that bag in between giving compressions. However, that isn't required, and just because of diseases and stuff, you never know what someone might have. And then once EMT arrives, they'll take over and perform CPR on them and get them the medical help that they'll need. Okay, I'm done with you. And then you don't want to push down more than 2 inches. You want to push hard and fast. CAB is known as compressions. Like, make sure that the person is laying on their back on a hard surface before you start to perform CPR. You want to kneel by their neck and shoulder. 100 to 120 compressions per minute. I have covered the main points of how to give CPR and how it should be given properly by the American Heart Association, and the steps of CPR for an adult. This is valuable information to know in case you are ever in a situation where you might need CPR, and be aware of how CPR is used. A little story, right after I had learned CPR, a kid was choking on cantaloupe at the daycare that I work at, and luckily we all know CPR, and in that situation we were able to get that cantaloupe out of the kid, and he is okay.